In this video, we're going to look at inequalities in two variables. Our objectives are to understand how to graph an inequality in two variables. Our vocabulary is inequality, statement that one quantity is less than or greater than another. So when we go to graph inequality that is in two variables, basically anything we want to graph on a coordinate plane, that's an inequality. There are three main steps. There is one step before these three, and that is to make sure that your inequality is in intercept form. That just makes graphing a little bit easier. But the first thing is to determine a solid or dashed line. This is the same thing as an open or closed circle. An open circle would be less than or greater than symbols. Well, that's the same as a dashed line. A solid line is the same as a closed circle, so less than or equal, greater than or equal. The second thing is to graph a line. Using a table can help, so filling out a table to graph points and then drawing your dashed or solid line. Next thing is to test a point to determine shading. And what we do is we pick a point that is not on the line, we put it into the equation, and then we test whether we get a true or false statement. If we get a true statement, we shade the side that that point is on. If we get a false statement, we shade the other side, the side that that point is not on. So here's my first example. Y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3. Well, based off of this, we're going to get a solid line. I like to write that down so I just don't forget it as I'm going quickly through the work. When I make my table, I'm going to treat that like an equal sign. I'm not going to worry about the inequality part. So I'm going to make a table that can work. So 2 times 0 is 0 minus 3 is negative 3. So 0, negative 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So 1, negative 1. I'm going to put 2 in. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 3, positive 1. Looks like we're going up by 2 each time, so I'm going to go with 3 there. So we've got 2, positive 1, 3, 3. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a ruler or a straight edge and draw this line, and we're going to make it be a solid line. Now what we need is any point on this graph that's not on the line. One of the simplest points to use is 0, 0, as long as it's not on the line. So 0, 0 is right here. If 0, 0 is true, we're going to shade this side. If it's false, we're going to shade this side. So I'm going to take 0, 0 and put it in here. So since we're using 0, 0, we've got a 0 for y and a 0 for x. So this is saying 0 is greater than or equal to negative 3. That is true. So since it's true, we want to shade the side that 0, 0 is on. 0, 0 is here. So we want to shade this side of the graph. The shaded side is where all our answers are. So all of these points would be true points for this statement. Let's try this again with another inequality. So for this one, we don't have it in intercept form, so I first have to do that. So I'm going to move 6x to the other side. I still don't have y by itself, so I have to divide by 2. Since I'm dividing by a positive, I'm going to keep that the same. So we're going to get y is greater than 4 minus 3x. So this is the thing that I want to graph. I'm going to have a dashed line. And I want to make my table. Okay, so 0 goes in for x, so 3 times 0 is 0, 4 minus 0 is 4. So we've got 0, 4. I'm going to put 1 in. 3 times 1 is 3, so 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, so we've got 1, 1. We're going to put 2 in. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 2, negative 2. Oh, we're going down 3 each time. That looks like negative 5. So it looks like that for a line. And when I draw this, I need to make sure that I have a dashed line. So notice I intentionally made it dash. What this means is this line isn't included in our answers. Again, we need to figure out which side to shade. Since 0, 0 is not on the line, I'm going to use 0, 0. I'm going to put it into this equation because it's a little bit simpler. Zero is greater than 4. That is false. Since 0, 0 is on this side, false means I need to shade up here. So all my answers would be on this shaded side over here. Alright, if there is any part of this that you didn't understand or you need to see again, please pause the video, rewind, and rewatch, and bring any questions to class. Thank you.